So how do you create high quality backlinks on Wikipedia? Have you ever wondered how to create high quality backlinks on Wikipedia? I know I have. So in this video, what I will go ahead and share with you is exactly some of the elements, pieces of information that I have learned over time when creating Wikipedia backlinks. My name is Chris Palmer at SEOmastermind.org or services.chrispalmermarketing.com. I won't waste any of your time. Let me go ahead and share with you some of the steps that you'll have to take when creating high quality backlinks on Wikipedia. All right, so let's go ahead and get into that now. We'll make sure that we're up and running. Looks good. Now, what I don't understand here is why is the output look so strange? Anyway. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. First and foremost, the very first thing that I want to go ahead and share with you when talking about Wikipedia, and I want to share with you two things primarily. The two elements that I really want to share with you are going to be how you can create Wikipedia pages. You know, this is the done data. I mean, this is the element that matters the most. And I'll go ahead and share this with you quick here. So give me 1 second here. Let me just clear this out. All right. And more so, actually, it looks like we're running now. It says a minute. Let's kick this back off. Sorry. Kick this back off. It looked like it wasn't going there for a second, so let me restart this back up. And what we'll do is we'll start with this right here. So, all right. So what we will talk about in today's video is going to be how to create Wikipedia backlinks. More notably, how you can create high quality backlinks on Wikipedia. Now, of course, there's two types of backlinks that we will discuss in this video. More notably are going to be the pages, some of the things that I've learned over the course of time when creating Wikipedia pages, okay? And then on top of that, I want to go ahead and share with you one of the easiest and fastest ways that you can get backlinks. I'll also cover the power that you receive when you create backlinks. In case I haven't mentioned this already, my name is Chris Palmer at SEOmastermind.org, or you can check out services or consulting at chrispalmermarketing.com. So I don't want to waste too much of your time. I want to get directly into the two pieces, the two main topics of today, pages and links. Now, when we're talking about backlinks, all right, or creating pages or creating backlinks, but we're going to cover pages first. There's something called reputable sources, okay? Now, reputable sources aren't going to be like what you're thinking. You know, you would think a reputable source would be Forbes or Yahoo or Benzinga or, you know, some of these Mashables, like these really expensive links, Business Insider, right? All these types of high authoritative, expensive type links, but they're still acquirable. Now, actually, there's a page inside of Wikipedia called Reliable Perennial Sources. I'm sure we can get a pronunciation here, but it's almost irrelevant. I'm sure somebody will let me know about it in the comments below. Actually, please do that. But in any case, if you scroll down here, this is what's really great. If you come down and you take a look at the reliable sources, what you will come to find out is this right here. So here's reliable sources. When you come over here, you're writing, this is another article that's on there called Help with Your First Article. And I've linked this in the comment section below or the description below. And what you'll see inside of here is that, and you could read this for yourself, is that they would like you to have at least, so gathering references, okay? What they really want you to do is they want you to have at least 3 verifiable and reliable sources. So you have to have at least 3 reliable or verifiable sources. And this brings us back over here to the reliable sources. Now, again, it's not going to be the links. Just because you pay $1,500 for a link doesn't mean that it's reliable. And this will also take into account, if you're a link builder or doing off-page SEO, what's really interesting here are the sources that are cited for being reliable. And I want you to think one step further. If Wikipedia is stating clearly, clear as day, hey, these are reliable sources, and Google utilized a lot of this text along with conversation text in its training data. I mean, Google's already looking at this stuff, right? So, hey, if Wikipedia thinks it's reliable, what do you think Google thinks, I wonder? I'm not sure. So what we can go do is we'll go down this list here like ABC News. There's what there is called a legend here, all right? So if you take a look here at this legend, you can see here that the green is golden, all right? Now, there's other questionable types that you can see here. You don't want this, you don't want this, you don't want this, okay? But if you scroll down the list here, you can see ABC News makes the cut. The Age, Ascendance, AI, right? Amnesty International is a winner, all right? We come down here, Anti-Defamation League, Aon, okay? Apple Daily is not a winner, all right? Arab News, not a winner. ARS Technica, all right? So here's AP News, okay? So AP News, this is very easy to acquire. These go for about $100, okay? And as we scroll down here, the Australian, this one's not too hard. This goes for about $7.50. Okay, but as you go down here, and you could read this for yourself, I won't go through all of them, but I want to point this out to you. Here's Bloomberg. Bloomberg is relatively easy to get. However, the issue is what they do on that site is they give an embed, and it isn't generally going to be a do follow reputable source. It's almost like if you've ever gotten these inside of a press release, you'll know what I'm talking about. They almost jip you a lot of times. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't, but it's never a full-fledged link that you're looking for, all right? It might be placed, but it's usually framed in. Take a better look at it, all right? So, in any case, BuzzFeed's news, I'm actually surprised this made the cut, but there is a plethora of them. I'm only in the C's. As you can see over here on the right-hand side, I've barely gone through this. So, reputable sources is step number one. Now, there's a whole write-up here. It's in the description below. This is how you can submit your article. Now, I want to take you another step because there's another element that I've learned over the course of time. One is reputable sources, and I'm going to expand on this. Let's say, for instance, that you are in the, I don't know, plumber space. Okay, so plumber, Wikipedia. All right, so here's what I want to point out to you. So if we take a look at a plumber, okay, here's plumbing, plumber, okay, category is plumbing, the plumber, which is a movie, plumber snake, all right? So let's talk about the plumber snake. When we scroll on down here, we have some external links here, okay? But on some of these, let's go to Roto-Rooter. Here we go. Roto-Rooter is named. So Roto-Rooter was able to get, watch this, Roto-Rooter, which is actually a brand, it's a business, but Roto-Rooter was actually able to acquire a page. Now, why is this important? Because per niche, okay, the specifications, okay, of reliable sources might not be cited inside of the reliable sources section. However, when you read the write-up inside of submitting your first article, okay, when you read this write-up, what you're going to find is that another really good way to cite references inside of your article to get a higher probability of it passing is going to be, hey, are other people in the space or have other people that are on Wikipedia altogether, do they have any of the reliable or relatable sources that you have mentioned inside of your article? And the more that you use, the better. But they say you have to have at least 3. All right. Let's move on. Now, here's what else I want to share with you. All right. So when we take a look at Roto-Rooter, what you'll find here is if you come down here to the bottom, there's always references. So if you're looking for reference ideas, all right, come on into here, all right? Take a look at these other sources. Is there anything that you have or that you can use? And I'm only using one example, but look at other competitors that are in your space. It could be other brands, it could be businesses, it could be books, it could be any type of reference or citation, all right? This is for adding a page, but I would like to go ahead and divert your attention to something else, because where we had success was not necessarily at the en.wikipedia. No. The probability of getting that to stick without having 20, 30 citations and it being written masterfully is going to be relatively low. However, there are more than one, oh, goodness gracious, there are more than one type of Wikipedia pages, all right? So if you come out here to the main Wikipedia page, so Wikipedia, I think it's a .org. As you can see here, there are so many different types of Wikipedia pages. Now, I'm not going to sit and tell you that I, or maybe somebody that I'm in the mastermind with, has gone through each and every one of these and tried submitting a page to figure out exactly which 4 will allow you, without any circumvention, to be able to post. That's something you're going to have to figure out for yourself, but it is possible. And note, I can give you this piece of information. It's not going to be anything like this. Okay? Nothing like this. It's going to be regular words that you can read. Like, it might be something that you've never heard of before, but you will be able to read it, okay? At least if you're an English speaker. That's as much information as I could give you on this particular stream, all right? Because it took us a lot of time to figure out which ones would work, all right? But you could go through them one by one just like we did, all right? But I know there's at least 4, all right? So let's keep going. Now, inside of your profiles, okay? Wikipedia.org. All right, I'll share with you one of mine. I think I'm logged into one. Yep, Chris Palmer. All right, under your contributions, what I've realized, not in this account clearly, but every time you put in a contribution, okay, see this? These are called bytes, all right? So, or words like byte. This is bytes that are added to the page, okay? On the accounts that we have had the highest amount of success, we have had a massive list of plus green, so plus bytes that have been added and accepted, okay? At least 20 to 50, all right? Actual placements that have been accepted. And one of the easiest, fastest ways to build up your profile's authority is by utilizing what is called the references, all right? Or citations. You can call them whatever you want. So if we come back over here to this example, all right, I'll share this with you. If we come back into here, all right, and we say we go back to the Roto-Rooter page, all right, I'm going to share this with you. So if we come inside of here and you scroll on down, can you see this right here, references? You can edit the references, and each of these numbers are going to be inside of the article. Each outbound link that is inside of the source is going to be cited in a reference at the bottom. Now, this is very easy to change, all right? And if you can get 20 to 50 of these, then being able to put in one of your links on one of the submissions will be relatively easy. And here's what I mean by this. So if I were to go to 20 to 50 pages and make a helpful contribution, 20 to 50 times, it really depends on your actual account that you need to be logged in. It also depends on how many previous changes or submissions you have made. But as you keep submitting, all right, and you're actually answering the query, you're actually giving quality references, the higher probability that you'll be able to slide in one of yours as a reference. And what we use in order to build up the account is a tool called Citation Hunt. Now, Citation Hunt is going to go ahead and find, let's say that the topic is SEO. All right, we're going to go ahead and look for citations that have to do with SEO. All right, so these are going to be citations needed. All right, so let me share with you this. Okay, here's what I mean. So if you come in here to contributions, here we'll go ahead and we'll go in the contributions. We go to this one here. Nope, not that one. This one here. See how it says citation needed? Okay, this is going to be where something needs to be cited, okay, that you can apply a helpful link inside of Wikipedia in order to build up your profile. In order to find these easily within your space, there is a tool commonly known, it's actually listed on the Wikipedia website. You can utilize Citation Hunt in order to add helpful references where citations are needed. So you can utilize this tool in order to get 20 to 50 of these here in order to build up your account. So as you move forward within your actual profile, you'll be able to then come into something like this right here and be able to slide in one of your own references in order to build up the UR, that's URL, right? So, you know, DR and UR, it's an Ahrefs metric or PA, right? Or you can use maybe even CF, right? So whatever metric you're looking at, if you build in a reference, no follow, it will increase the authority of your website, but it's not about that. It's about building entity relationship with a high authoritative site, all right? So I'm able to get a co-citation. I'm able to get a link to my website, which will boost your UR if you like that metric, all right? So the easiest way to do this is put in the citations that are needed. As you can see here, look at, I put in my search term, it brought this up. It says citation needed. I can go to this actual page. In this page, Little Woman, I can go and find a relevant citation that needs to be filled. Get 20 to 50 of these. You can then slide in your own. And then if you build up your account enough, okay, after going ahead and contributing enough, you might even be able to get a page. But I highly doubt you'll get your own page inside of here, okay? On the actual EN, highly unlikely, highly unlikely. I've yet to be able to successfully get one in myself, okay? However, I was able to get them in on a foreign Wikipedia, all right? But the citations and the boosting effect that you're looking for is relatively simple. All right, so let's go ahead and give a quick recap of everything that we learned in today's Wikipedia, how to create high quality backlinks using Wikipedia. First and foremost, the most important thing is pointing out the legend, okay, and also reputable sources that you're going to need to cite in order to create your own page. Also, I also went ahead and I pointed out looking at other competitors or brands that are in your relative space in order to also find helpful references or external sources that you could utilize in your own page. On top of that, I gave you a strategy, a method that you can go ahead and introduce backlinks going to your own properties by building up references and citations by utilizing a tool called Citation Hunt. With Citation Hunt to 20 to 50 submissions, you can then start sliding in your own citations going to your own properties, okay? On top of that, I wanted to go ahead and share with you, well, the contribution, the bytes. I gave you the counts, how to do pages, and how to create an actual backlink. I went through it all. The only piece I didn't walk you through was how you go ahead and utilize the formatting, but it's pretty easy. Here's how it's done. So let's say we come into here and we want to add a citation. Let's say it's this Little Woman. A radio play starring Katharine Hepburn as Jo was made to accompany the 1933 film. Gran Audiobooks holds the copyright, okay? So Grand Audiobooks holds the copyright. Well, a citation is needed for Grand Audiobooks. So what I'm going to look for is Grand Audiobooks. Grand Audiobooks. Grand Audiobooks website. So we're looking for this. Brilliance Publishing. I actually do not see I actually don't see it, so let's keep looking here. Hold the copyright. Copyrights. Oh, Grand Audiobooks is on YouTube. All right, let's go to the next. Nope, I don't want anything to do with that. Okay. Christopher, okay, here we go. Damage released over a ferry, and the damage resulted from a thermal energy released in a blast. Thermal energy given in a blast. Thermal impactor. Okay. We're going to go and grab. Copy. And we're going to put that in quotes. Here's the event so it knows exactly what we're talking about. Okay. All right. So here's this. Perfect. So here's a nice citation right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cite another Wikipedia page. Okay. So all we have to do then is come into here. We're going to go here to citation needed. We're going to come into here, citation needed. Okay, we're going to look at this really fast here. Oh, there's another one right here. Okay, here's another place to find the tools, but I don't need to do that. All I need to do is come into here. I want to look at this right here. All right, let's come into here. Okay. So we want to go ahead and cite pod November impact crater blah 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 blah. All right. Okay, give me this, and then what I need to do is I want to go ahead and get. I'm looking for the. Okay. And so from here to here. All right, we're going to copy that, bring this down to here. I'm going to grab this URL. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to put it right into here like this. All right, and all I'm doing is citing Wikipedia so we know this baby's going to go. I got to figure this out here. Let me just take a look at something quick. I think I'm just going to say 2022. Okay, there's the reference, access date. Wikipedia. That looks good. Title, first, last. Okay, and I'm just going to take this right here. I'm going to cut. I'm going to bring this back up here. You're going to have to add it again. It's going to be a real pain in the bananas. Reference. Let's go back up to here. Where is it? Blah, 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 blah. Yaka, yaka. Description. I forget where it is. Citation needed. Okay, discussion of citation needed. Oh, it's 2020. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this right there. Okay, and that ought to do it. And then we're just going to go here, and this is a minor edit, and publish that. We'll come back into this. And there it is. So that's it. Just like that. Already done. We already got one. Yay! Thanks. Hey, no problem, Wikipedia. I got your back, buddy. Now, if that's going to stick, probably because it's Wikipedia. I'll give you another helpful hint. So you saw I did that. All I'm doing is I'll go in there and find one that's already sitting. I'll change the details and then throw it in there. The citation needed is easy because it already has a number. It's just blank. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is when you have a page, let me see if this has anything here. When there's references here, see down here, there'll be a number here, but there won't be an actual site, right? So you just go in there and you pop one in there. Sometimes this too, if you see this, here, I'll show you. Here's another little trick for you. So say you find number 11. You go in the article, you do Control F, you hit 11, right? You go to this 11 right here, and what they're doing is they have this here. So I'll come in here and go to Edit Source, and where it says number 11, let me just remember what it says, Jingles in History. Okay, so then I find Jingles in History. Let's find that. Control F. Jingles in History. See this reference right here? It says reference, and then there's a link. Well, if you have a better updated source, you could just change out the link and then the reference number. It's considered a minor edit. And generally, let's say you have a, I don't know, high quality YouTube video maybe, or maybe a really good guest post on a really good site maybe, I don't know. Or perhaps maybe like some type of social media that's really strong, like maybe a LinkedIn post or something, I don't know. Something authoritative, but something that you control that might have something worthwhile for you. I don't know. It's up to you. I'm just pointing in the right direction. My name's Chris Palmer. If you have any questions related to Wikipedia links, if you have questions about backlinks in general, if you have anything that I could help you with at all, really, pretty much anything SEO, off-page SEO, link building, on-page SEO, Facebook ads, Google ads, pretty much anything SEO or marketing related, I'd be happy to help you. So go ahead and ask any and all questions in the section below. And of course, I always look forward to seeing you in the next How to Create High Quality Backlinks on Wikipedia video. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I know it's late. Red Bull. Let's see what we got going on tonight. Let's see if we can do some questions. Ready for some golden nuggets. Oh, I dropped them on you, my friend. David thinks I've been playing around with this on off for ages with not much success. Well, hopefully this helps you out. I tried, sir, but they removed it and notified through email. Yeah, I'm sure they did if you just went in there and threw it up there. But yeah. Got to do citations, brother. References, my friend, plus the IP of and where you're dropping it matters significantly. Just saying. All right. So let's I got some more information. Oh. All right, so let's talk about all right, where does this start? All right, what number are we at? 2840. Okie dokie. All right, so I want to talk about the link building strategy. I get this a lot. I'm going to break this down. All right. I want to break down link building here. Okay. Here, better yet, let's call it this. All right. Now, I'm not here to sell packages, but I am here to explain how they work. Okay? And why they're set up the way they are and how you can utilize them in order to maximize efforts. Okay? You can buy links anywhere. Okay? But I think that understanding how you're doing it is going to help you out. All right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in here. All right? I just want to explain something briefly. All right? I get this. I get it a lot. All right, so say you come into here. I just want to explain this to you and anybody that wants to know. This will be broken out. All right, so uh, so it doesn't matter if it's this. Okay. 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 All right. So let me break this down. All right, for anybody that has asked. Okay. And what I'll do is I'm going to include the EDUs and how they're used, but the strategy is pretty all right. Let's talk about this too. All right, DR30 plus links. Okay. I think we do 50 of them. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? Why did it do that? I guess it doesn't matter. All right, so it's going to be 100 EDU links. And then it's going to be, I think it's like 50 DR30 plus links. Okay. All right, let's talk about this. Okay. Why we do it this way. It's really just a strategy. It's a second piece of the video. It's just a strategy. Okay, that's all. All right, irrelevant of how you get your links or what you do at your links. I want to break down why we're doing things this way. All right, and how you can utilize this particular strategy that I deploy for all of my clients. Why we do it this way, what the purpose is, and how you can utilize it too. All right. So, in any case, let me just put this on here because this is going to be another video. 30. So let's just say at 30. So we'll trim at 30. Okay. So we'll trim at 30 minutes. Okay, that's just a little note for myself. All right. So, hey there, I am Chris Palmer. In this off-page SEO link building strategies video, what I'd like to go ahead and break down is going to be everything that we have to offer, whether it's going to be the Smasher package, whether it's going to be the Ultimate, and everything on the levels above that. So I just want to break down the strategy behind the links and why we utilize them and how we utilize them in order to go ahead and boost your rankings. So let me just not waste your time here. Let's just get right into it. What I really want to go ahead and lay out, first and foremost, is that most of the clients that we get are either affiliate sites or they're local sites, okay? For this example, just to explain this, all right? So you will have your homepage, okay? So I know that you have a homepage, all right? Home, all right? So along with your homepage, you're probably going to have a top level category page, okay? You will also have probably a news or blog, all right? So this is going to be your, let's just say, plumber company page, all right? Or better yet, let's do it this way, near me. All right, so this is plumber near me. And this right here is going to be plumbing tips, okay? So this is plumbing tips. Plumbing tips. Plumbing near me. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my mind. Why is that part of that? Okay. So plumber near me, plumbing tips, the homepage. Okay. Now, under the plumber near me, you will probably, I would venture to guess, let's just say that your website is going to have 1, 2, okay. Let's say that your website has 1, 2, 3 service area pages. Your plumbing tips page, so that's this page. You might have 1, what the heck? That's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. Okay. Now, these plumbing tips page, this might be, I have no idea. You could probably, this is plumbing, plumber near me. This is going to be plumber Austin. Okay. Okay, and then this right here is going to be plumber Dallas. Okay. And then this is the home page. So just to lay this out, just so this all makes sense to everybody or to you. All right, so it's your website.com. Okay. This is your website.com. That's the home page. All right. This right here, this plumber near me is going to be laid out like this. So website.com/plumber near me / Okay. So you have plumber near me. Let's see if we can move all of this over here. So, and then there's plumber tips. Let's move this over. Oh my gosh. I don't understand this, but whatever. Let's bring this over here. Plumber near me. Okay, that's the near me page. Plumbing tips. All right, and this is plumber tips. So it's website.com/plumber tips. Okay. Now, okay, so that's this page. This is this page. Now, for each of the, this is plumber, this is the near me page. This is plumber Austin, and this right here is plumber Dallas. All right. All of the city pages are listed on the near me page, but of course it's going to go to a flat structure like this when I were to click on it. Each of the plumber tips pages are linking and supporting. So these plumber tips, this right here is going to be, I don't know, 3 plumbing companies to consider in Austin, Texas. Okay, so this is going to be one of the articles, all right, that is going to link to the Austin page. This article here could be, you know, what's Roto-Rooter versus website, all right? So this could be a top competitor. I don't know if they do plumbing. I doubt it. Roto-Rooter here. Sorry about that. Verse in Austin, Texas. Okay. All right. So these are geo-specific blog articles there to assist and support the primary plumber page that's in Austin. Okay. Now, I said all that to say this about the link building strategy, because it's clear to understand, first and foremost, the most important thing, which is going to be structuring of the website in order to pass power. Now, how I always assist, because there's some more elements that need to be laid out here, all right? Because we've set up our news/blog. We have our primary service pages, the pages we want to rank. These are your pillar pages, right? Or your top level category pages, whatever you want to call them, okay? These are the pages I want to rank. These are money pages. The blog is supporting pages. This is the home page. Now, you always are going to have a few other elements, right? You're going to need privacy, okay? And then you're probably going to want to have your sitemap HTML page, okay? So this is an HTML page. Generally, it's going to be at the bottom of the website. But what's on this sitemap page is every single article, every single service page, every single flipping page that you possibly have are going to be listed on your privacy, on your copyright, on your sitemap, on all of your filler pages or must-have pages. It should be very easy to access other pages that are important to the website, okay? So, with that being said, let's start talking about how we utilize this particular link package, or links in general, in order to help assist with our overall rankings, all right? So we're just going to say, for instance, that we're utilizing one of Chris Palmer's packages, all right? I'm not saying you should. You could. Actually, you should. No. So here we go. We're going to start out with let's start off with a tier, all right? So the very first thing that I want to touch on is going to be the tier. So this is branded tier 1 backlinks. So branded tier 1 backlinks, or authority tier 1 backlinks, what is that? Well, what that is going to consist of, all right, and we're going to start building this out now, is going to be this, all right? And I'm going to draw links. We're going to make these here, all right? So our branded tier 1. So how can we make this easy for everybody? All right, so our branded tier 1 is going to consist of this. All right, so branded tier 1. So this is 50 branded tier 1 websites. So this is 50 different sites. All right, and this is a tier 1. So 50 branded Web 2.0 backlinks. All right, these are the most authoritative branded Web 2.0. But I don't want you to just say this is branded tier 1. Let's just call this tier 1. Okay, so this is tier 1. So this is what you're showing to Google. This is what you show in your hand. Okay, so right now we're going to show 50 branded Web 2.0s. Now what I'll do, just for sake of demonstration, what we're going to do is we're going to say that this is 25, okay, 25 sites, and this is 25 sites, all right? Now this 25 and this 25 is going to link, all right, to some of the most important pages. So this is going to link to here, and this is going to link to here. But it should also link to here, here, and here. Okay? So the 50 branded Web 2.0s are going to link to the home page and the primary service pages. Now we're going to have a first tier of higher quality links that we have full and utter control of. More so protecting us in case there's any type of issue later on. Okay, so we want to put that tier there, something that we control and something we don't mind showing to our competition and to Google. It's very, very normal and relative and easy to do, and you should have a branded tier. A, because it's authoritative backlinks that almost every single website has, so you fit right into the link graph. And then on top of that is a secondary note, having a branded asset that you control in front of your competition before they grab your branded asset it's going to be just wise in the long run. You don't want anyone else building a high authority website with your brand name on it and then talking smack about you, right? Of course not. So let's keep going here. What we want to talk about next is going to be, what's this? 1,200 unique Google News blast links, all right? So that's 1,200 high referring domain authority. Whoops, I did the wrong one there. All right, so what we're talking about here are the 1,200 unique Google News links, okay? So what I'm going to do in this is I'm going to go ahead and say that this is, again, this here is going to be the 1,400 Google News links. All right. Now, this here, these particular links, you have a couple of options. All right. Now, I highly do not recommend building 1,200 referring domains to any of your main pages or to your actual homepage. All right. So nothing that you can afford to lose. However, if you want to increase your overall true authority, all right, nothing can help assist this more than 1,400 referring domains. Okay. So what we like to do, all right, and this is completely up to you, is we like to build these referring domains here into either your blog pages, okay, all right, and or, all right, it's completely up to you how you want to do this. We like to build them into what we call filler pages, all right, so sitemap HTML, privacy policy, or you could build it into your supporting articles. And you have to remember, now the backlinks are on the website themselves. These supporting pieces of content point directly in to their actual pages, okay? These go to the website, all right? So these are the blog articles that are internally linked over to the primary pages. These 1,400 Google News links can either point to your supporting pieces of content, right? So you're actually like almost 3 levels deep if you think about it. Because I have the Google News links. If I point it to a blog that links over to the primary page, I still have a buffer, an internal buffer. Or if you want to be a little bit safer, point it to a fluff page or a filler page, like a contact us page. It could be a privacy policy, a compliancy policy. It could be copyright. It could be a sitemap. Build it to something that if you have to change the URL, all right, or if you were, not saying that you would, but if you were to get in trouble, because you're not supposed to build any links, but if you did get in trouble and you did get a penalty, if you had to change the URL, and do a reconsideration request, would you want to do that on a blog article or would you want to do that on a primary service page? Right? I don't want to do it at all, but if I had to do it, I want it to be on a page that I don't really, it doesn't matter, right? Because Google penalties are page by page usually, generally, unless you have a lot of toxicness pointing to a magnitude of pages. Generally, the penalties when they come are going to be page by page. I literally am watching a penalized website pages right now, and I've been documenting it, and I'm going to share that with you coming up, but I'm documenting it right now. I'm watching it. I want to see how long it stays in place. I want to see how the website acts. I want to see how long the penalty stays in place. I want to see, hey, without disavowing links, what happens? I just want to see, okay? But let's keep moving forward. So you get the Google News links, but don't forget, all right, that this is for internal if you want to maximize power. But if you want to stay 100% safe, and again, you're the webmaster. The ball's in your court totally, okay? So if you want to stay safe, what we also would recommend is not only building it to these filler pages, but you also want to go ahead and build it to your tier 1. All right, the tier 1 that we built. So that way now all 25 of these sites have 1,500 referring domains, and this 25 has 1,500 referring domains. And then if you really want to just double whammy it, I don't recommend this, but if you want to do both, by all means go ahead. But your two options are either internal buffer pages, all right, or build it to your tier 1, okay? So let's keep going on. Now, what we're going to talk about next is going to be press releases, all right? So 4 press releases. Now, with 4 press releases, you have to remember that inside of each press release, you technically get 3 links plus an embed, okay? So that's 3 links plus an embed. 3 times 4 is 16, right? So, no, 4, 8, 12. Let me think about this quick. No, you only get 12. Plus the embed. I'm counting the embed. So, if you don't want to count the embed, that's perfectly fine. Let's forget about the embed. You could do a YouTube video. You could do maps. You could do another page on your site. It's completely up to you, all right? But let's just say that we're going to do these 4 here, all right? And you're going to have 3 links each. This is going to be 12 links, all right? So with those 12 links, no matter what, one of them has to be the homepage, all right? Because when you have a press release, at the very bottom, you'll have your name, address, contact information, and then you usually put your website link, right? But inside the article itself, you can include 2 external links. Now, what I generally recommend if you're getting 4 inside of a month's time, 1 a week, okay, what I highly recommend doing is diversifying the power to other pages. Now, why would I recommend this? Because we know if I have a website and I build a link from A to B, and then I build it from, even if it's on the same website, if I build links to different pages, I maximize power. But if I build 3 links from the same site to the same page, it's minimized. It's only 1 link. But if I want to maximize the power from a link, what I want to do is build it to other pages. And to illustrate that, just so you understand, is if I have a website, okay, this is the website. This is website 1, all right? And on this website, I have this page, and this page, all right? If on this press release here, I get 3 links, and I build all 3 links to this page, I only get benefit like I got 1. But if I go out and I build from this press release to 3 separate pages, then 3 pages benefit, because Google ranks pages, not sites. So in order to maximize the press releases, what you want to do is you want to keep adding different pages. This way you could spread out the power, okay? So what we like to do is this, all right? All right, so that's a good diagram. That's perfectly fine. So what we're going to draw here, okay, here we'll do this. We'll go red, and we're going to say that this is the press release, okay? Now, the press releases, what you want to power up is pretty much always going to be, here, I'll grab this. You want to power up the home page, okay? And then, of course, depending on how many service pages you have, you want to point it to the service pages, all right? So this is actually 4, all right? So you get 4 of them most of the time. So that's 500 links times 4. So that's 2,000 links pointed to the site total. That's backlinks, not referring domains. But you're diversifying the overall backlink strength across the website, okay? So and that's what's generally recommended. Now, usually what I'll tend to find or what I'll tend to see, so you can get everything together, is on one of these 4, sometimes you might want to build 1 or 2 of the links to the most authoritative tier 1 links, all right? So this way we're able to power up the home page, our primary service pages, and then of course divert some power to our branded authoritative tier 1 assets that we control, all right? Good way to get more power and more authority to those websites. So that's going to take care of the press releases. Goes to primary pages, home page, and also your tier 1 links if you want to do that, all right? So now let's talk about this. The next thing that I want to point out are 300 DA 30 to 55s. Now, I specifically say this either goes to internal buffers or your tier 1. Now, these are high DA. Now, there's a difference between DA and DR. Now, these are DAs. We usually offer these at the DA 30s to 50s. We usually offer it for $4 a unit. Okay, these are general blogs that are offering unique referring domains, 300 of them, and then it gets included into the package. So 300 guest posts on 300 unique websites going to your website. Okay, now what we generally recommend is just like it says inside the service, internal buffers or tier 1. What I would recommend doing is if you have 300 of them at your disposal, send 150. All right, we'll go ahead and draw this out so it's easy peasy. So this here is and I'm just putting these numbers here, but 300 DA 50 plus links. So that's DA, okay? So 300 DA 50 links. So what I would do is generally send 150 here, okay? Spread them out between those 50. All right, it's because in each of those posts you can get 2 links, right? So that way, if I go ahead and I send 50 or 150 here, I could power up my whole tier 1, right? Now I got a whole bunch of power pointed up there, and then usually what we like to do is we like to start sending it here. All right, so this is just one example, but I would send the rest here to the sitemap.html page. Why? Because if I have a sitemap HTML page, not only is it recommended by Google, right? This is within the guidelines. They want it easy because XML is for robots, HTML is for users. So if I have a list of every single page on my site and I send 150 links, right? 150 or 300 high authority guest posts to one page, but it's linked to all the pages, I'm able to spread some of that page rank across all the entire website. You see what I'm saying? So what I like to do is I like to double these up. So I got the Google News links, 1,400 referring domains, plus another 300 that are a little bit more authoritative, pointed up. All right. That way I can start diversifying my anchor text. So when you have 1,400 Google News and they all go out at the same time, that's naked. But when I have 300, that's not as many, pointing at a specific page, then I can start influencing the anchor text ratio of the website overall. Okay. So you can start using, I like to use either entities or LSI keywords, but naked is generally the best. And let me tell you why. Naked URLs are the best because it contains what? Brand plus keyword. Because if you have your website.com brand name and then you have a page keyword, right? So you're getting benefit for everything and it's considered the safest, all right? Because if you don't use an anchor text, it's going to just show anchor text as naked, which is the URL. But your URL contains your brand and your keyword, right? It's usually the best way to go, in my opinion. All right, so but let's keep going on. All right, so let's talk about EDU links. And we have a pretty much, we have, let me see here. We're getting through it. Okay, now what we're going to talk about are the 100 EDUs. All right. Okay, EDU backlinks. Okay. Now we generally build about 50 to 100 of these bad boys. All right. And where do these go? Generally, depending on the website, it's going to go to one of 2 places. You're either going to, I'm just looking for my cursor, we're either going to take these and send them up to supporting pieces of content. Okay. So these are internal buffers that are closer to the article that are highly relevant. This is also called theme vectoring. So I'm able to theme vector. So I have an irrelevant yet powerful backlink because there's different levels of power with a backlink, right? So yes, overall, I would love to have a website that's about my topic. Let's say it's plumbers, and I want the URL and the title and the content and the anchor text all to talk about plumbers. However, if I have a website that's say about dogs, okay, and I have a relevant anchor text naked going to my website, and on that page, the URL, the title, the content, and the anchor text is pointing to a relevant page, I have now successfully created a very high authoritative link. Yes, it's not as high as authority as pointing direct, but I was able to vector the link. Okay, so I'm able to pass that power. It's all about getting that power without having to spend a fortune, right? But you have to keep yourself safe while you're doing it. And that, I don't know if you're seeing this as a recurring theme. I'm always buffering and tiering links and building as many as I possibly can. Okay, but not too many. Okay, so here, generally we're going to send these either to supporting pieces of content, or of course my personal favorite, some type of sitemap, or we can go to filler pages. Okay, so why would we want to do this? Because I love to, every single page that's relevant, or a filler page, is going to have at least 2 internal links pointing to pages that I want to rank. So only relevant content points to relevant content, except for privacy, compliance, HTML sitemaps, these types of things. Okay? All right. I hope that clears that up. That takes care of the edu links. All right. Now moving into the 50 DR30 plus links. Now, generally, these particular links, these DR30 to 50s, all right, let's talk about that here. Generally, these DR, so DR is an Ahrefs metric, okay? So DR 30s to 50s in the open marketplace are relatively very expensive, okay? I know it's relative, but usually DR30 to DR50s, I've seen range in price anywhere from $150 and up, all right? So these are a little bit better quality because they have a lot more referring domains, all right, which is the main objective here. The sites, in order to reach DR30, probably have 100 or 200 referring domains, okay? Maybe even more, but there are going to be a lot higher authority. So generally, these particular sites or these particular articles, these guest posts, we're generally like to go ahead and build, if you would like, 1 or 2 to each of these pages here. So these are primary pages, and then the rest we like to build to the supporting content. Okay, so we're building to our supporting content, which again, the amount of internal links going from 3, let's just say for instance, 3 plumbing companies to consider in Austin, Texas, pointing to the plumber Austin page, there's probably 3 to 6 internal links pointing over. So if you start analyzing the amount of page rank that is lost by internal linking, right? Like, we're trying to push as much power to that page as possible. Like, the amount of internal links that are pointing to this page is massively high. And then all of the external links pointing here, we're trying to divert over to here. Because remember, even though these links are cleaner and more authoritative, you never, ever, 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 ever want to risk the pages that produce dollars for your family and your company, right? Because at the end of the day, regardless if, even if you just go out and buy all Forbes links, like, you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. Building backlinks is against the guidelines, period. Doesn't matter if you pay $500, $1,000, or $2. It's against the guidelines, period. You see what I'm saying? So you always want to protect your main money assets. So build internal buffers, have supporting pieces of content, build out pages that are there for link building. Okay? This way you're always protected. You're staying safe. Plus, when you build out supporting content, you can vector the links. You can make them about whatever you want. The propensity for a link to be clicked increases the power of a link, right? So if I have pages that are significantly relevant with significantly, and then too, when I pass that internal link, it's exact match. The page, the URL, the site, the whole piece of content is so relevant. Like, yeah, the blog or the supporting piece of content won't rank for crap, but the page that I'm linking to will. And that's all that matters. All right? The blog articles are not there to rank. They're just not. Not in my opinion. This is just my opinion. And I set up the campaigns. I offer these particular links the way that I do it for my clients. So I just assume that you do your sites how I do mine. Okay? So I hope that this is how you're doing it. We talked about edu links, all right, and how we would build those out. We talked about Google News, all right? Now, the last element is 40 hand-selected, All right, these are hand selected by you. DR40 to DR80 actually. So these are DR40 to DR80 backlink guest posts where you submit the content. So it's 100% relevant content. You could pick highly relevant websites. I would go for the highest referring domain count and where all the traffic is, but hey, that's up to you. All right, if you want to be pickier and take lower quality or lower power over relevance, okay, completely up to you. So with that being said, you have 40 hand selected by you with high quality content that you wrote. It could be whatever quality you want. And what we do with this is very simple. These 40 over the course, that's 10 a week for 4 weeks. And where these go with partial match anchor text or long content anchor text, these 40 here. So let's just go ahead and write that in here. The cursor is very hard to find. Let's try a different color. We'll go gray. All right, so now these are 40 DR 40 to 80 guest posts, okay? These are sites with traffic. These are sites with high referring domain counts. These are sites that can be very relevant to your website. These are sites that you post your own content on that are high authority and have a lot of traffic. These are high quality links, all right? Now, I don't want to go ham and send 40 to one page, but what I would do is, depending on how many pages you have, I would take these and use long form anchor text or partial match anchor text, and I would utilize these 40 websites, these 40 links, and send these directly to these pages here, okay? The pages that you want to rank, and then the most authoritative, strongest, best link that you find within the list that I offer, I would send 1, maybe 2, to the homepage, okay? So 1 or 2 of the strongest one that you can find, the best 1 or 2 goes to the homepage, and then all the other secondary ones, like your DR60s and DR50s, right, with your content. Like, don't go ham with the anchor text, but the best ones go to the pages you want to rank at very low volumes. And if you're sending more than 2 or 3, what I would do is I would start pushing them to other pages or push them to your tier 1. I would not blast your main service or homepage with 40 DR70 links. I just want to do it, okay? Not saying that you're going to get whacked, but you might, okay? Now, last but not least, is generally, depending on the package, what we do is we pick out I buy and sell sites, all right? It's a secondary business of mine. I've been doing it for a very long time, all right? Lately, we've been building them up and building up our networks, okay? Doing a lot of AdSense sites and selling them on Flippa, all right? Anyway, with that being said, I have quite the inventory. A ton of sites, okay? So what we're looking for primarily when we're doing the 301s, and it might not be in the first week, but it might be in the second week or third week, or it might be the last week. It might even take us a minute, because what I'm looking for is I'm looking for sites that are in your category, okay? Now, most people when they're building backlinks, it's not about, yes, I want to get in the link graph, and ideally I want the exact links that my competition has, but more realistically, what you're looking for are sites that are in the same category, or they meet the same criteria of the category, topical category. So what I'm looking for is, if I have a plumber website and I'm looking at top competitors and their backlinks on Majestic or SEMrush are inside the category of, say, telecom, I highly doubt that, probably more like home services, business, these types of categories. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for a site that has 2,000 to 10,000 referring domains, okay, that are in your category. Now, why am I looking for something that's in the category with all of this power? Okay, because I know if I buy a website and I send a 301 redirect in, okay? This is a 301, or my personal favorite is a 302, okay? So this way it can be utilized again and again, maybe for other clients once the links transfer and once the equity passes, okay? But we have a 301 or a 302 that has 2,000 to 10,000 referring domains when we buy it. When I re-index those backlinks, I'll probably get 1,000 to 5,000 to come back. So if I buy one with 1,000 or 500 links will come back. If I buy one with 10,000 referring domains, I'll probably get 5,000, 4,000, somewhere in that range to come back. And what I like to do is set up a 301 or a 302 that fits the actual category, and I'll send that into the sitemap.html page. Why? Because then I can pick up the overall authority of the entire site for 12 bucks. Okay? So, that's what we're trying to do here. All right? The issue with this, though, and I'm not saying to go out there and buy them, but the sites that we have, we've already bought, put on a server, re-indexed the backlinks, and we already know that the site has re-indexed, and we know that a page has been built that has auto-indexed for that particular category or what the site was previously about. So I know that they're clean. And then on top of that, as a safeguard, I build it to an internal buffer page, so that way, if something does happen, I can always turn off the 301 or 302, or I can always change that page. All right, so that way you're always staying safe. So this is the objective. We're always covering our tracks. We're always keeping track of where we're sending links, and we always want to be able to turn off the faucet if we have to. You never ever risk main website, the home page. You never risk your main service pages or your top 10 pages, whatever you're doing, okay? You want to build out your tier, and you want to utilize your tier as much as you can. Now, we are introducing some other stuff that's coming in here because all of this strategy, regardless of the website, it's going to be almost the same. If it's local, we might introduce data aggregation and citations, and of course we might do much lower volumes. But generally, if I'm working with somebody and they're looking to do this, they have a website that's aged, they have a website that's already has a little bit of authority, they're just looking to get that extra push, okay? So this is going to break down, all right, like the strategy behind the links that we offer, all right? Now, again, these are very, very common links. EDU links, high authority guest posts, lower tier or more affordable guest posts, 302s and 301s, Google News links, branded Web 2s, and then, of course, your high-powered, juicy, high-traffic, high-power, high-authority links, okay? I broke down each and every element of all the different types of links that you can go and buy. This is the tried and true, okay? That's it. Like, yes, we're going to have some extra stuff that's going to be cheaper, but it's going to be at, it's not going to be the go-to. This is the go-to stuff that we generally use. All right. So I was just breaking down links and how you can use links and how you can utilize the backlinks that we offer and a lot of other SEOs have available to you. You can always circumvent this, like instead of having, hand selected, you could use niche edits. But pretty much this is what we use, and I just wanted to share that with you. So my name is Chris Palmer. If you have any questions related to link building, off-page SEO, or link building SEO strategies, please feel free to go ahead and ask in the section below. Check out SEOmastermind.org and, of course, services.chrispalmermarketing.com. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for your time. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye. Not goodbye. I'll see you later. See you later. Bye-bye. All right, let's see if you guys have any questions. Oh, that's so good. Okay, how are you building the Google News links? So I have a great friend that has a magnitude of Google News approved websites. So you have a website, you get them Google News approved, and then we offer guest posts on them. All right. So getting Google News approved is very, very easy. There's a gentleman out there. His name is Madge. I also think Holly Starks. I think they both have a training on how to set up Google News sites. I was going to do it, but these two already had it locked down, so I'd never created a training on it because they already had it covered. So that's how you do the Google News links. I would just take a look at Magic PR, Madge. He talks about it. Great guy. I met him in the UK. Very nice gentleman. Holly, of course, phenomenal lady. Love her. She also has a training on this as well. All right. Next is definitely going to watch the replay. All right. Awesome. What press release sites are you recommending? I recommend, so it's a package. Whoever picks it up. So if you buy inventory and you're able to submit a press release, say to Global News, you can't necessarily, I have a general idea of who's going to pick it up. But generally, let's say, for instance, I did a press release for a company. Hopefully this guy doesn't mind that I share it. Let me see here. Let me see if I still have it on here. Usually my team or really my two helpers usually process these, but let me see if I have this here. Oh, that was for a project. Give me a second. I'll show you an example. Black Hat, Chris Palmer. This might be one. Here we go. So here's one. It did not get picked up by Benzinga or MarketWatch because of the contents within the press release. This was actually for Botox. Okay. So Botox is a little bit frowned upon. All right. So this here is these are the sites that ended up picking up this particular press release. So again, Benzinga, MarketWatch, maybe Digital Journal. Let's see. Nope, Digital Journal took it. So that's like a DA90 link. But with that being said, so who picks it up? I never, it varies each time. So it's not that I'm recommending particular sites. It's that, hey, I can get it distributed. All right. So I get this distributed. So as you can see, news release distributed by Chris Palmer Marketing. I buy stock. All right. I buy inventory and I offer it very inexpensively. Anybody that knows about getting PR, I offer them for 30. That's not even double. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very, 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 very fair. Trust me. I'm a very fair guy. But with that being said, when we take a look at this, this is some of the sites. So these are all news channels, news talk. So these are radio channels. This is Mavericks. These are all like radio channels that pick it up. So here's Michigan, Southeast, West, Southeast, Northeast, Midwest, and Michigan. So these are news outlets. This is a news channel in Nebraska, all different variations. This is Digital Journal, AZ Central, Pittsburgh Gazette, right? The Daily Herald, the Times. These are your news outlets. I'm sure you've seen some of these. The Leader, so local papers around the globe, mostly in the United States. Here's another batch, right? So more of them. Morning Release, Morning Herald, the Morning Lead, right? It goes on and on and on. So for $30, I'm able to, that's what I sell it for. I'm able to get all of these links. And this one looks like it got picked up by probably about 500 sites. Maybe more, maybe slightly less. So there's 9, 10, 11, 12 pages that contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 times 4. 9 times 4. 9 times 4 is 36. 36 times, let's say, 10. So this one got picked up by about 360 sites. Not bad for 30 bucks. So those are the sites that I recommend. All right. I'll answer some more. I have no problem with this. Where would you buy 300 guest posts without breaking the bank? So I think that depends. This all comes down to inventory. It all depends on who owns the site and operates the site. So there you go. And I think that breaking the bank means a lot of things to a lot of different people. You know, some people I talk to, breaking the bank would be $100. Like spending $100 on links is almost out of the question, right? I've talked to plenty of business owners that because it's something that's not, they can't see. And also too, the results, it's not like you spend $100 and tomorrow you rank. Like, it just doesn't work that way. It takes a long time for Google to see those links and give you any type of credit. So there's that. And then as far as breaking the bank, 100 links, you know, even I offer that for $3. So $300 for 100 links, or $400, maybe $5. Like I've talked to plenty of business owners that simply cannot afford it, you know? So it is what it is. And then I've talked to other business owners where I told them, you know, $3,000 and they were like, that's it. You know what I mean? I've told some 10 and they were like, oh, I thought it was going to be a lot worse. Right. So, yeah, it depends on who you're talking to, my friend. Michael says, good morning. Hope you're good after your journey to Europe. Yep. Yeah, I'm doing really good. Great to see you. Zahid says, you're top G, Chris. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Dapur says, good job. Thank you, Dapur. Hopefully I pronounced that right for you. Proven Connotables. Do you recommend Money Robot? I recommend Money Robot for embeds. I think it can be very helpful for embeds. Muhammad says, hey, can I build backlinks that are irrelevant? I see my competitors, they create irrelevant links and Google gives them benefits. Even the links are irrelevant, plus they have super spam. So, okay, there's a second piece to this question. Can I build backlinks from a page that has more than 50 or 500 or 2,000 comments, spammy comments with links? Okay. So that's where I personally would start to draw the line, all right? So let's expand on this question a little bit, all right? So let's talk about this briefly because this is important, okay? So if I have a web page, okay, and then I have another web page, okay, all right, let's say dogs and cats, okay. Now this right here, all right. Now, if this here, like this is the website, like ideally I want the entire website.com to be cats, right? It's instead of website, it's cats.com with a cat article with a cat anchor text and cat words on the page pointing to a cat blog. That would be the best. But in most cases, what you're going to find is you have a dog site. Okay, and on this dog site, so let's say it's this. So it's website, so it's let's say it's petlovers.com/ cats versus dogs, okay? Because it's probably going to be like a generalized blog. And then on this right here, there's going to be about, I don't know, 300 words about cats. And then down here, there'll be about 300 words about dogs. Okay. So in that 300 words, there is all right. So here's the text that's on there, and it outbound links here to the cat blog. So there's three. This is an article that's semi-relevant on a web URL that's semi-relevant. The URL contains the keyword partially. The content contains the keyword partially. The anchor text contains the keyword partially, and then it's pointing to a relevant page. This is usually the best you're able to do for an affordable price. Now, to answer your question, all right, what determines, in my opinion, all right, an ultra spammy link has nothing to do with spam score, okay, but it has everything to do with the amount of external links that are on the website pointing to different topics and how many links are coming into the website about different topics. So if the website is very heavily moved to, say, home and leisure and technology, right? So say it's 48% technology is the main category, okay, of the website. And this site right here, the main category is tech, all right? Then this link would be clean. Now, if there are a bunch of outbound links on that page, some going to technology sites, some going to cat blogs, some going to car blogs, some going to, like you said, it's a comment list, and there's a bunch of outbound links on it going to all different sites, plus everybody's linking to that site about all different stuff, that's going to be a spammy blog, right? Now, if I'm on a page and there's 2 outbound links, and they're going to relevant sources, and the content is relevant, and the backlinks pointing to that page are relevant, and the overall backlinks pointing to the site are relevant, then that isn't going to be spammy, all right? So you don't have to get super granular, but outbound links would make something spammy, and the amount of external links coming in could make stuff spammy as well. All right, so just be careful. And to answer your question here, relevance is in the overall link graph, not of the relevance totally is based on that page. I hope that makes sense to you, Muhammad. All right. Just because a website's about cats doesn't mean that I can't rank a page for dogs or link out to a site about dogs and still help it rank. Okay. Like, you do not have to be 100% granular when you're getting and buying links or getting posts. Like, it doesn't have to be 100% relevant. All right. Now, if you want to maximize that link, though, Google's tracking more than just links. They're tracking visitors. They're tracking personas of people, right? So if you have a website that's getting visitors from, I don't know, Cape Canaveral, and they search for dresses and shoes and socks, right? That's that person's persona, right? That avatar. And then and the website that you're getting a link from is getting it from John, who hates animals and buys fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's more than just links are being accounted for, because more than links are being accounted for the AdSense program, right? So when you're running ads and say you're letting, you know how they have that new AI? It's called Google Max, right? And it's going to not only go to all of the different platforms, but if you just let it run for, say, 2 months, right? It starts to learn the users that are going to sites, and it starts showing your ads to more relevant people. So even though they're searching for a different keyword, it will still show your ad to that person, right? That's why you don't disable all those block words anymore when you're using these different advanced campaigns. Why? Because when you let it run, Google will still show your ad to a relevant person, even though they might not have been looking for that particular keyword. So, and it's really funny because it takes about 30 to 60 days for Google to really learn this inside of ads. And it just so happens that it takes about 30 to 60 days for links to kick in. Pretty weird, huh? It's learning, right? So there's more than just links and external links and internal links being at play here. They're taking into account the overall users are going to take into account for the propensity for a link to be clicked. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm choking on dip here. I hope that makes sense to you, my friend. We'll keep going on here. How about for entertainment clients? What's a typical time frame to see movement? Love your videos with Craig Campbell. Really cool. Thank you, Seth. I appreciate that. Generally, it really depends on the competition and what's in the SERP and where you're currently at. All right. So if you're on page 8 and you start bolding in links, you're going to see movement really quick. If you're on page 1 trying to go up, it's going to be a while. Generally. All right. All right. All right, no other questions? Okay, then. Well, what I'm going to do then is I will go in here and answer some other questions. Okay, actually, it's 12:30. I think that's about it for me. I did 2 of them. If you have anything, let me know. If not, I'm checking out Spamzilla. Looks pretty cool. It's unique, a little different. All right. Let's go into oh, you know what? I wanted to see something. Actually, I can't show that. I gotta rock and roll. That's it for today, my friends. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for your time. I gotta set up some tests. As far as the SEO Mastermind, it should be done pretty soon here. Okay, so they got this initial page up, so that's cool. Relaunching, I'll be sending out emails here soon. It looks like they're still laying in stuff, which is kind of interesting. Do the links work? About services, courses, consulting. So they didn't make the links work. Very interesting. So we're laying this out. The email sign up works though. I told them to make sure that that works. So if anybody's interested in testing, group coaching, training, or private one-on-one coaching, come take a look at SEOmastermind.org. All right, so we're going to have everything in here. It looks like they're not quite done yet, so that's okay. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for your time. Many blessings, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Oh, don't forget to check out SEO services at services.chrispalmermarketing. So when you come in here, we're changing up a couple things here. We're going to add some new stuff, but check it out. Get backlinks. I'm going to have some new stuff in here. We added the 1 million list instead of the recurring. All right, so we have GSA links. We got the 80 plus. We got the DR30s. Okay. We got the affordable strong ones. We got EDU links, all different flavors. Oh, I got to take one of those away. Google News links. There's actually 14. I never updated the photo. Branded Web 2s, cheap and or affordable. These are cheaper ones. Use these as a tier 2 if you'd like. Completely up to you. But let's keep going here. I got some more cool stuff here. If you want to become an affiliate, you can take a look here. 15% recurring affiliate commission. Woo! Or 10% commission on all the packages. Completely up to you. And this is recurring, my friends. Recurring. So that's pretty cool. You can take a look at our SEO services. 100% optimized with Page Optimizer Pro. We're kicking these back. This is a 7 to 10 day turnaround time. It's usually less, or if you need it faster, 3 to 4 days, usually less. This is 100% popped optimized with the recommendations for anchor text. All right, so anchor text structure, we give all the recommendations, plus we give the optimized page, which meets 100% optimized by Page Optimizer Pro. And that's, I think, a great service. We can go on to the next piece, which is going to be a la carte. Primarily inside of here is going to be Google My Business, but let's take a look at this one here. So we have the weekly newsletter. This contains tests. You can read all about it here. On top of that, we have press release. We have citations, international citations, entity tool access, and custom on-page optimization. That's about it. Thank you so much for your time. blessings. It's been so much fun. We have questions. Great. Kindly tell me how to learn and earn. I'm a hard worker and I'm a graphic designer. 2 is I want to learn from scratch. Anyone guide me? Can anyone guide me? Well, I mean, you guys know how I started. You know, I think I took that screenshot. I still have it here. From the last profile that was up. I think I have it in Desky. I don't see it. I thought I had it sitting here. Photos? These are just the service photos. Mastermind? Chris Palmer. Here it is from back in the day. 894 reviews. You know how much work you have to do to get 894 reviews? Like, I had 894 stars. Do you know how many jobs I had to do to get 894 sales? Like, that was people that left a review. Can you imagine? Dude, I did thousands of jobs on Fiverr. Thousands. Okay? And this is just one account. When I went looking, this was the only one that I could find. So that's from a while ago. Dude, I did Upwork. I've been selling on Black Hat World since 2017. Since 2017, I've been selling on Black Hat World. All right? So that's all I have to say about that. I would offer value on the platforms, dude. You know, Warrior Forum. I would go into the groups. The groups are new. I never came up off of that. But I guess that's a good way to do it now. LinkedIn is great. Hopefully you can help people. But Black Hat World and the places that have traffic, there's a lot of places that you can offer service. You have 2 options, right? Like what I've found is how good of a job can you do cheaper than the other people? That's it. That's how I was getting sales. All right. So that's how I did it. All right. So, man, I went through it, brother. I feel your pain. And then 2, like, if you have something that you excel at, graphic design, there's a lot of people. You have to have some type of uniqueness. Like, there's a million people out there that can use Photoshop, right? There has to be some type of uniqueness there. Like, there has to be something like, can you do white light backgrounds for Amazon products? Like, right? Like, I'm just thinking to myself, like, what can you do? Can you do those caricatures for the emoji pictures? Like, what makes you stand out that you can do affordably and better than everyone else faster? What can you do that's faster and better and cheaper? That's what people are looking for. Once you do that, you'll be on. All right? I'm not a graphic designer, though, so I'm not the best person to ask. All right? But that's all I can help you with, brother. I'm sorry. Thank you for your time. Many blessings, and have a great night. Goodbye. See you later.